rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense takes the field. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
A strike downfield. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Shakes off the defender. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
Unloads quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They want to just keep throwing it. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back and a linebacker, I win, but this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And they'll wrestle wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Feeling some heat. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young and Reese.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Makes a man miss. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Off play action. They're bringing heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. On the move, it's Abraham.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the Alabama offense will take over.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Here comes the offense on first down. Movement here from the tight end. Handoff to the single running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Second down coming up.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to throw, it's DeMarco. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wide open downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Coming after him. Finds the tight end. At the 45 on his way. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. You find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Makes a connection. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Here we go. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to keep running. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And I tell you what, this is the big difference between the NFL and college football. So many guys, week in, week out, they just pull the ball down, or they take a design quarterback run like this and chew up so many yards so fast, so dynamic, so athletic at the quarterback spot in college football.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Keep it on the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Savage. Unleashes one. It's complete. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. Tag. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, BAMA! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Indiana. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Using the quick game. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Here comes that Alabama offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the...
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
South Carolina, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Savage. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Floating away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down to the 40. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He looks that one in nicely. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Line getting set on second down. The inside handoff. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's got it. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. Pulls it in. It's Ramsey. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Alabama.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's DeMarco. Now improvising. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access, some cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. They're going to keep this drive. play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. And you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Savage. Looking deep down the right side.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. Here comes that Alabama offense. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Oh, they knock him free. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be a draw. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They've been running it, but now the pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown tie! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Alabama 36, South Carolina.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Savage. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Back to the ground game on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Between the uprights, it's good. There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quick completion to the right. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I really like this slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Finds his tight end. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He finally steps out of bounds. A gigantic run that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And wait, it's just second down, and the field goal kicker's out. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Flips it out in the flat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense. How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Looking to pass. It's Savage. Quickly out to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's right on target. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because...
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extended. extending this winning streak. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Alabama, 52. South Carolina.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fakes the grab on the left, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Pocket starts to collapse, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Just feeds the running back. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Handoff from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
At the 10-yard line.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play